What's the most Gen Z thing to say? Bing chilling. Bing chilling. /100 social credits. You forger. He forger. Can someone please explain this to my old millennial ass? Don't you remember the great baby boom of 1989? All those horny couples coming home from Batman unable to cope with seeing so much leather. IDK man. Aren't you sure it was the baby booms of 1995 and 1997 from seeing the bat nipples that caused massive societal horniness? Danny DeVito was best penguin, circa 1992 Batman. I don't understand at least 90% of this thread. I have absolutely zero idea about what you just wrote as well. I'm Gen Z, and I'm lost lol. I'm at the older end of the spectrum and most of friends are millennials. I learned a new phrase from a kid, no hizzy or something like that. I'm definitely out of touch with my generation. As fellow young millennial old Gen Z, I think the phrase you heard was no kizzy, which basically just means something like I kid you not, or I'm being serious. Hey girl, are you a toaster? Because I want to take a bath with you. I like my spicy wings how I like my depression, mild and unending. If I could feel happiness this would do it. Yeah, covered will be the next 911. Pre and post covered worlds. We'll tell kids about the days we used to be able to go to the supermarket without a mask. And when people could just go to other countries for fun. I hope it'll never get to that point, but at this rate who knows. My niece is about 7 now, and last year when everyone was still calling it the coronavirus she found out she couldn't keep going to school. What? I have to stay home because of karate virus? Ah, simpler times. This year it's exactly the same, is it not? I'm sorry honey, we don't want all the kids kung fu fighting. I don't know who you are, but I'm also upset for you. I don't know who that kid is, but I hate them. I'm Gen Z and I have been called a boomer by younger Gen Zs. Me too, just turned 23 and regularly getting called a boomer by my little brother. Bussin'. Sheesh this shit bussin'. Bussy. Sheesh. Elera. Excuse me, princess. Pogga senpai you susbaka? What the fuck is that series of letters? And belters were born. That's cap. I still don't really get it. It's slang for fatsily exaggeration. Want to know how this slang became a thing? You ever seen a war movie and two soldiers visit the wife of another soldier that died in war? What do they do first? Take off their covers caps because they are about to tell her some serious news. No cap, I'm very serious. What was it like before 911? Honestly, I think whatever follows Gen Z will be a post-covered generation. Children born before or during COVID who never knew about the world before COVID. I don't think I'm Gen Z born 1995, but I don't know what 911 was like, nor do I remember what changed. I think there's a little bit of an overlap there. The Lord yeeteth and the Lord yoinketh away. Yes, I would also like to state that I may use this. I don't care what age you are, that's funny. Anything that originated from TikTok. Oh god, it's like they created a language from TikTok and Vines. There's a lot of millennials on TikTok. Calling anyone Gen X a boomer. Yeah, I notice more and more that people say boomer to mean person older than me. I saw someone say it recently about someone who was about 30, a boomer born in the 90s. Millennials get called boomers these days. LMAO, imagine wanting to live or anything along those lines. Granted, they could easily be a millennial too. Roses are red. Life has no meaning. The voices in my head are constantly screaming. Sounds like a real millennial thing. Can confirm. I'm millennial. Being obsessed with generations. Wait. They are though. I'm a Gen Z and the kids at work ask me so many questions about the 90s I feel like I'm in a documentary. I like to fuck with them. Without internet, how did you study if someone already checked the book you need out the library? The elder directory. There was a list of elderly volunteers and their phone numbers. Needed to study WW2? You called an elder who was there. Victorian era. You called an elder who had all their grandparents' stories from the time. You looked them up by time period and specialty. And NBSP. What happened if you're meeting someone SND, after you left they can't make it, but there was no phone to call you on? Town message board. You'd wait for them a bit, and if they don't show up, go check the board. There'd be an attendant there they could phone and say they can't make it, and that guy would pin a note up saying Michael, call from Timmy J can't make it as he's being grounded. If there was no message they were just being delayed en route, so you went back where you were meeting and kept waiting. I feel uncomfy. I want to die. Related but unrelated to uncomfy words like suicide, unalive, dollar beans, itchy run. They're all words that people created because lots of sites, especially TikTok, censor content with certain words. Kinda punk, kinda dystopian. Some poor marketing interns definitely taking vigorous notes on this thread right now. I'm like 99% sure this post was probably made by some boomer marketing guy. Invest in bussin'. I repeat, invest in bussin'. What is? I dunno, just get some. Okay, boomer to a millennial. I went back to college last year. I'm 31 and a kid in my class found out my age and was like, I didn't know you were a boomer. I was so upset. LMFAO. Okay, Zoomer.